Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's racing show is sponsored by RiverviewFamily.com Auto Sales. Go hit them up for all your auto sales needs and also for Churchill Photography. Tonight on the Josh Long Full Throttle Racing Show, #1 on YouTube. We have with us Mr. Kasey Scholten. Welcome to the show, Kasey.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, how did your racing career get started, Kasey?
Well, we started racing about 2 years ago in go-karts because one of my dad's friends, Chad Evans, he raced when he was a kid, and my dad raced, so we thought it'd be a good idea for me to start racing. So we started with that, and then we started that year in Junior Predator, a class that we race at two different tracks, Cherokee, or one in Cherokee Key Kart Speedway, and then one in Hartley, which is Pluses Speedway. And we just started with that, and then we raced that this year, or last year and this year. And then this coming year, we're going to try going up to Junior 2.
Okay. When you first started racing, were you scared at all to get behind the wheel?
A little bit, but it was kind of, I didn't really know what I was doing at first, so it wasn't as nerve-wracking, but I'd say it's a little more nerve-wracking now at our bigger races because I know what I'm doing, or I know a little bit more what I'm doing. And yeah, just the first race was, I didn't really know what I was doing. So I wouldn't say I was nervous, but I'd say I was a little bit.
Okay. So, how much success have you had as a race car driver?
Our first year went pretty good. I ended up winning our fourth race out at Pluses. That was our fourth race, and then through the year I had a couple more wins, and then at the end of the year I ended up getting Rookie of the Year, and we ended up winning like 8 races that year.
Okay. So, when you win races, how do you celebrate your victories?
In the go-kart that I am, it's not like I can do like a wing celebration, but because we don't have wings anyways, we usually go into the front of the front stretch, and then we stop there, and then usually some people take pictures of us by our cart, and then usually, well, they don't, for the races that I've been to, they haven't really had microphones, but if it was that I had a microphone, I'd probably talk about all my sponsors.
Okay. How did you come up with your racing number?
Well, when my dad raced when he was older, his number was 9K, and then he had that one for his whole entire racing career. And then when I started, I just wanted to keep his number and go with 9K.
Okay. Who do you have for sponsors on your racing team?
For right now, we have a couple sponsors. Most of them are around us, but the sponsors that I have right now are Jaeger Egg Supply, Highway 18 Ranch, BGL Livestock Trucking, Inwood Furniture, The Bee Garden, and CFE Tire Solutions.
Okay. Are you still looking for sponsors?
Yes, we are looking for some more sponsors because we're going into the Junior 2 section of karting, and it's going to cost us a little more money.
Okay. So, how does one get a hold of you to sponsor you?
with probably my dad's email or his phone number.
Okay. So if you'd like to sponsor Kasey or get to know Kasey better, reach out to his dad via his email or his phone number. So Kasey, who's your racing hero?
My racing hero would probably be probably Kyle Larson, to be honest.
Okay, have you ever met Kyle Larson before?
I've met him a couple times at the tracks that are around us, like Knoxville and Houston Speedway.
Okay, what was it like to meet him?
It was pretty fun. It was nice to talk to him and ask him a couple questions on how he got to where he is and just how he likes racing and just how he wins.
Okay, so Kasey, when you're strapped into your race cart and getting ready to go on the racetrack, what helps get you psyched up and motivated to go out and do this?
To help me motivated is all of my family members and my crew chief and his family that are standing there and congratulating or not congratulating me, but telling me to like go out there and have fun and just relax and run your own race. So
All
that
right.
helps me a lot, I think.
Okay. What is your home racetrack you race on?
We have two tracks that are really close, or not really close, but they're closer. We have Key Kart Speedway and Pluses Motor Speedway. Pluses is about 45 minutes, and Key Kart is about an hour and a half.
Okay. Um, who's on your racing crew?
Our racing crew, it would be my crew chief, Chad Evans, my dad, Kenny Scholten, my mom, Amy Scholten, both of my sisters, Tony and Sophie, and then Addison and Austin Brands, Emma Evans, and yeah, just anyone that kind of shows up.
Okay. Do you have a racing nickname?
A what?
Racing nickname.
Nickname? I wouldn't say, I don't know if I have a nickname, but everyone, yeah, I wouldn't say nickname, but some people call me like, because my number is 9K. Once in a while, they switch it around and say K9.
All right. Uh, what's the best piece of advice you've gotten as a race car driver?
The best piece of advice would probably be from my dad because our first race, he most of the time you just say, just go out there and have fun and run your own race. And then that usually, then he said that to me about every single race. And that helps me a lot with going out there and just settling all my nerves and just having fun.
Okay. What kind of advice would you give a new race car driver?
At the beginning of their season, you're not always going to win the first race. And you're not going to win the first race, but just stay in there and work hard in your racing team and have fun, and you'll get that win eventually.
Okay. Um, what's your most favorite victory of your racing career?
My favorite victory would probably be one of my most recent ones, which was the Ultimate Warrior, which is at Cherokee. That was a pretty important one for me. It was really my first big race that I won, so that was pretty cool.
Are you pretty good about reading the racetrack?
I'd say I'm pretty good at it, but I wouldn't be as good as I am right now at reading the track if I didn't have my crew chief. But he helps me a lot with reading the track and kind of showing me what I need to do, and so I can go out there and execute.
Okay. Do you have any big racing events you're looking forward to racing in this year?
Some places that I'm interested in racing at are, well, going around and racing the uh, Midwest Max Daddy races, and then racing those four and whatever tracks those are, and then Blue Earth, Minnesota, Golden Spike Speedway. That's one of my favorite tracks that I've been able to race at.
Okay. So what do you like to do for fun outside the racetrack?
Outside of the racetrack, I like to, well, I don't know, just, well, when it's summertime, hang out with friends and family and go camping and just hanging out with friends and family.
All right. What are your future goals as a race car driver?
Well, hopefully after junior two for a couple years, we can move up into a higher class or like a sprint car at some point, but I'd like to be in a 410 sprint car sometime in my life.
Okay. All right. What do your school friends think of you being a race car driver?
Um, I'm pretty sure they think it's pretty cool, but most of them don't really know what it means and how it is, but a couple of them really know, like, understand what it is, and I hope they think it's pretty cool.
Who are some of your friends at the racetrack?
Um, just I don't know. I'd say I get along with pretty much everybody at the track, but there's some people that are closer than others, and I don't know. I just like hang out with a bunch of people at the track, and it's pretty fun.
Okay. Um, all right. What types of what type of racing do you like to watch on TV?
I like to watch The World of Outlaws a lot. That's one of my main interests in watching it, but otherwise NASCAR and other just yeah, NASCAR and The World of Outlaws probably.
Okay. Um, so what's your favorite thing about being a race car driver?
Probably the travel and then all the different places we get to go with it and hanging out with my crew and just going around us and finding tracks and racing them and yeah, probably the travel. The travel is probably my favorite part because you're in a place with a bunch of people you like to hang out with and it's pretty fun.
Okay. So at this portion of the racing show, Kasey, I like to turn the mic over to my guest. If you have a couple of questions you'd like to ask me, you can ask me a couple of questions.
Yeah, why did you want to start this racing podcast?
Because I've been a racing fan for quite a few years, and that's how I got started in it. And crazy enough, Kasey, you should bring up that your crew chief is Chad Evans because his brother Clay is the one that helped me build this.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then uh probably do you think or what is your favorite race car driver?
You know, race car driver wise, I like your driver, Kyle Larson. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any other questions for me, Kasey?
Um, did you ever race in your or did you ever
Nope.
start racing?
I've been a racing fan for quite a few years and never got the opportunity to race.
Okay, that's probably yeah.
Okay. So is there anybody else you'd like to thank you for helping me get this far in your racing career?
Just all of my sponsors, the sponsors I have, and the sponsors that I look forward to getting, and the sponsors that want to help us. But and then just my family and friends and everyone that helps us. everything they do helps us or helps me get to the place that I am right now. So it's pretty cool.
Okay. Do you have a racing page on Facebook that the racing fans can follow you on?
Yes, it's Skull or 9K Scholten Racing.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to get to know Kasey better or sponsor and reach out to 9K Scholten Racing also. But thank you, Kasey, for being on our racing show tonight, talking to us about your racing career. We need to know you a little bit better. I will have you step out and I will give you a call in a bit to thank you, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Kasey Scholten on our racing team, on our racing. Have a good night, everybody.
Take your mind off. You're obsessed. Come check out my new man cave. Yes, T-Mobile.